For a long time, disabled people were not just excluded from society, we were often judged, blamed, and treated like we were a problem to be explained. And religion was sometimes part of that harm. Hey, it's Brandon, your one-legged disabled self-advocate, and today I want to talk about disability history that still matters now. Part 1. The history. Has religion historically harmed disabled people? That is a serious question, and the answer is complicated. Religion has given comfort, community, and support to many people. But historically, it has also been used to justify fear, stigma, exclusion, and control over disabled people. For a long time, disabled people were not seen as full human beings in many religious and cultural systems. Instead, disability was often framed as a punishment, a curse, a test, or a sign that something was wrong with the person. That kind of thinking did real harm. It affected how disabled people were treated in families, in schools, in churches, in communities, and in institutions. Part 2. Why it got worse. Historically, disabled people have been blamed for their own disability. In some places, people were told they were being punished by God. In other places, they were treated like a burden, hidden away, or separated from society. That kind of thinking made it easier for people to ignore abuse, deny education, deny dignity, and deny rights. And this did not happen in only one religion or one country. Across history, different religious and cultural traditions have sometimes been used to support harmful attitudes toward disabled people. The language may have changed, but the message was often the same. Disabled people were seen as less valuable, less capable, or less worthy of respect. Part 3. The fixing mindset. Another harmful pattern is the idea that disabled people always need to be fixed or saved. Sometimes that shows up in religious language. People talk about healing in ways that make disability sound like a tragedy instead of a real human experience. They act like a disabled life is automatically sad, broken, or incomplete. But disability is not the same thing as tragedy. Disabled people can have full, meaningful, beautiful lives. The harm comes when society, including religious spaces, refuses to see that. When disabled people are constantly treated as objects of pity, they lose voice, choice, and control over their own lives. That is not compassion. That is ableism. If this history matters to you, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Your support helps these stories get heard. Part 4. Faith spaces today. A lot of disabled people have also experienced exclusion in faith spaces. Maybe they were left out because the building was not accessible. Maybe they were talked over, stared at, or treated like they did not belong. Maybe people assumed they needed someone else to speak for them. Maybe their communication style, behavior, or support needs made others uncomfortable. That kind of exclusion sends a message. You are welcome only if you fit our idea of normal. And that message is harmful. People often think of religion as automatically loving, but love without access is not real inclusion. Welcome without dignity is not enough. Disabled people need more than kind words. They need belonging, respect, and equal participation. Now, I want to be clear. This is not saying every religious person or every faith community has harmed disabled people. That would be too simple, and it would not be true. There have also been religious communities that provided care, shelter, advocacy, and solidarity. Some faith traditions have emphasized compassion, justice, and the dignity of every person. There are disabled believers, disabled clergy, and disabled advocates inside many traditions who are pushing for change from within. So the problem is not faith itself. The problem is when religion is used to justify hierarchy, silence, shame, or exclusion. That is why disability justice matters so much. Disabled people deserve to define their own lives. They deserve accessible spaces, equal respect, and the freedom to speak for themselves. So yes, religion has historically harmed disabled people in many ways. But telling the truth about that history does not mean rejecting all faith. It means refusing to pretend the harm never happened. If religion is going to be part of a just future, then disabled people must be included not as an afterthought, but as full participants with equal value and equal voice. End. As a disabled person, I'm not asking for pity. I'm asking for truth, dignity, and inclusion. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.